Oh, that's charming. Everything's in order. All good. I am going to spill something one day. There is way too much stuff on my desk. Hello. Sorry for the lateness. Yeah, I know. Gooby's streaming really late. Well, I said I was going to stream. It's clean enough. I could knock over my drink if I'm not careful. Of all the people I wasn't expecting to see in stream that is here, Menandi, I could have sworn you would have been in bed already. Not that I'm complaining or anything, it's good to see people here. Ugh. So I have a little thing that I want to. It seems to have resolved itself, but there's a little something I wouldn't mind, venting about in a little bit. Yeah, sorry to hear that, dude. Bad sleep pattern sucks. I know, because I have it. And it ain't going away. Hey, Steve. Steven says. So I'm not too sure if I'm gonna play the games this stream or not because we are doing a little bit later than I normally would. There's also a huge chance I'll be having some competition in about, I don't know, 15 minutes, half an hour maybe, because my dear sweet old husband is going to be streaming as well. I don't know what time, but there's a huge chance that he and I will be streaming at the same time, and that'll be a first. An impression of a game or TV character? Not really good with impressions. Yeah, no, everything's alright. My dad's home from the hospital. He had life-changing surgery very recently, and that seems to more or less, looks like he's gonna be okay. He has to go to the hospital a couple of times this week, but as far as a hospital stay, he's home now. Good luck hiding. I remember trying to be sneaky in school. Eventually, the teachers were just kind of like, you can listen to your music, just don't do it while we're talking. Because somehow they managed to agree that, at least it was this way when I was at school, that some students actually did do better when they could just listen to their music and they could also, just work on whatever they wanted. So yeah, that was one cool thing about my maths teacher. She let us listen to our music, and we didn't need to hide it. Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm going to be learning. I'm just going to be working on a few different things. I actually did some commission work earlier, older commissions, but still commission work. It was actually about a commission that I actually wanted to, just vent about a little bit. Not going to name names, of course, because I don't do that. I'm good that way. Yeah. So, just out of curiosity, what time is it for you guys? I'm guessing that most of you will be probably in the American time zone. But maybe we'll get some, a few different people in for different times. Hey, Silver. 4 minutes to midnight. Fair enough. Whew. Okay, a little bit later for some people. That's PM. Okay, so it's more or less good. Except for the fact that you're in school. A good time. Actually had a couple of people message me on YouTube and be like, yeah, no, it'd be like this. And they ask, when are you going to stream next? Or do you have a schedule? It's like, no, I do not have a schedule. Oh, I wish I could have a schedule, but nope, alas, not right now. I'm definitely not going to be doing much else today. I'm just going to be working on art and maybe doing a bit more commission stuff. This picture is not a commission. This is a picture that I did on my own time. But it's sort of, just trialing what I'm actually able to do. Oh, cool. Okay. So you can chat a bit more regularly after that. That's cool. No, the thing that I wanted to complain about, and I know that some people will be like about this, but I got a commission last year about. They'd argue that it was about this time, but I'm pretty sure they gave it to me in November. Just let me have a quick gander and find out exactly when this commission was asked, because that's what I've been doing. I've actually been making note of when I've been commissioned. And I think it's a much better system than what I was doing before by just guessing. Yep. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Not quite a year. This commission was asked late October. And they were saying that it's been about half a year. It's been about a year since they commissioned me, and they wanted half their money back, which I'd already been doing some stuff on it. But this is the one. I've told you guys about this before. This is the 37 character piece. Yep, 37 character piece, and they haven't even paid the full amount yet. And they're like, so it's been almost a year and you've only done this much of it, so can I have the money back? Or can I have half the money back? Hey, Corey. But I would argue, besides the fact that it's been half a year, I've, been going through a few things this year. One of them being the fact that my dad had, surgery. And that's been weighing on my mind for a while, because it's like, there is a chance that, he's not going, that he wasn't going to make it. So that was weighing heavily on my mind, and it's like, okay, so I'll need to look after my mum, I'll need to look after my sister, I'll need to, make sure that I visit and, help out with all these things. I've also had a few mental problems as well. And I would have also argued that I'd technically, for what they'd paid so far, I'd easily done enough work to warrant that payment. So what I've done so far of that piece is 20 characters, not quite full body, but just head shapes. I'm going to put them on the bodies later. Not finished per se, just maybe more regular updates. I mean, you know how I don't update unless I actually have something to show. Yeah. I don't think they wanted it in a year, but at the same time, and this isn't their fault, their mum won't let them get another commission until this one's done. So there's just a little bit of a, could you get this done so that I can commission more people again? I've been buddies with this guy for a while. But yeah, so I just found it kind of cheeky that they were like, yeah, and to be fair, I've added 8 characters recently. Headshots, but still work. But yeah, basically, so I would have argued that I'd already technically done the amount they'd already paid for, so refunding half would, it would be unfair to me because I'd technically done the work to warrant that pay, in my opinion. considering that I'm now charging $10 for a bust sketch. No, but the thing was that you said I could take my time. And it's not like, Gooby, go to bed. Dude, it's only 4 p.m. It is 4 p.m. here. I will write down what the time is on my OBS so that people don't be like, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. No, it is still a good time for me. It is 4 p.m. in Aussie time. And I'll have to change that later. I am not going to bed. It is only 4 p.m. To be fair, I do go to bed at 4 p.m. sometimes. Have I drawn a male character? I've done a handful. Although, to be fair, most of the time when I've done a male character, it's been with a female and it's been a romance picture because that's just me. States, countries, yeah, whatever you want to call it. Jaina, what is wrong with you? Oh, there's something wrong with that cat. What drawing gave me the biggest challenge? Oh, it would have to be a request I did many, many years ago. A 16 character piece. It was a request. And I was still trying to figure out how to work Illustrator and Photoshop at the time. I've drawn Link a handful of times because he's with Zelda, yeah. I have drawn Link on his own as well, and that was for a commission back in a while ago. Just trying to see, so do I have a thing there? Hello! I added everyone on my server. I hope they're not mad at me. So it's like, Gooby, I was gonna go to bed. Sorry. See, that was just a little thing. It seems to be okay. But that wasn't a commission, though. That was just a drawing that I did, and I actually really liked the drawing. Do you know what the drawing was? It was of one of my original characters in a kind of pose. But to be fair, the pose that I did, it looked like the character had a broken arm. This one, no, this is a mid-body. I've just only got the head showing at the moment. See, this was me practicing for, oh, that was Jaina. That was my cat. Oh, good juice. I will need to get some more. I doubt I'm going to be going out today. I went out earlier, bought some stuff, got my drugs, because I need them. But there literally was a cat that ran out the door. It was Jaina. It was my little kitty kit. My little kitty cat. It's like, I'm just going to run out this door now. Hello. I was sort of worried about streaming at this time because I figured that there'd be a few people probably wouldn't be able to make it. But at the same time, I thought this might be a good chance to actually, maybe meet other people as well, who are actually in this time zone. Yeah. No, I know that she was there though, because my cat, she has this essence and aura about her. Live stream chats, look, they can be chaotic. I don't think this is a chaotic time though. As I said, there's a huge chance that Dolan's going to be streaming as well, and if you guys would, prefer to watch Dolan playing a game over watching me do art, I totally understand that. He'll be playing FF14, the online game. I will be doing more Photoshop stuff. I'm just doing this. Asking for a shout out, dude. We still have that. We still have people asking for a shout out, but the only people I can really shout out are my, Patreon people. That's probably the closest to a shout out that I can do. And that's just simply me showing the page, being like, these are the people supporting me. Check them out. They're cool. See, the thing with shout outs is I've got nothing against them, but if you shout out one person, it's like, oh, where's my shout out? And then before you know it, there's chaos. And it's like, dude, I'm just here to draw, you know? That's a good question. All right. For digital, I use my Wacom tablet. And for tradition, I've been sketching on my iPad recently. So this sketch was an iPad sketch. But other sketches I've just done in my sketchbook. So I suppose this is almost a fully digital piece, but I do my line art in Illustrator, then I do my colours in Photoshop. I can sometimes draw in Photoshop as well. Hey, thanks for the $2 donation, Vaughn, much appreciated. I hope you're having a good time. This is probably a better time for you as well, so yeah, being that you are just down in another state. You know, it looks like things are going to be okay with that dude and the commission. Of course, I will need to cheekily ask once I've done all the characters to be like, so I would like the next part of my payment, please. I can't even remember what money we agreed upon. And yeah, I am doing it for a discount. Because this guy was not taking advantage of me or anything like that. But you know, they've been a friend, they've been a great support, so you know, at least I didn't ask for it for free because that would have been a big no-no. I cannot do that anymore. Favorite color? Green. I don't think I'm wearing any green at the moment, but it's green. I have a lot of green things. Whee! Dull. Does the OC Gooby have any relation? What do you mean? You know what's been really not bothering me, but I found kind of funny. A lot of people are talking about the latest video on SPD. You know, the one where it shows how Gooby became, you know, the mermaid character, and they're like, so does that mean the same thing happened to Snoopy? I wouldn't. No, I don't know how that story ties in. I guess it's. I really don't know how that works. I guess it's just an alternate reality. Possibly. I'm only doing 3 per Patreon at the moment. So if you want me to replace them, then yeah, I can do that. Just give me the file and I can do that. That's not too hard at all. Dolan. Dolan is Gooby's partner. How's it like working at Planet Dolan? It's pretty cool. The characters are very fun to play with. As in when it comes to drawing them. Very interesting and unique designs. Yep, not a worries. There's no rush. I think I'll probably do some Photoshop in a little bit. I mean, don't know. I'm just kind of playing. The sword? I've seen a couple. I'm not too sure if I've seen everything, but I know there was a sword you did the other day that you were really proud of. Sword. Yeah. Do you illustrate some of the videos? My thing is, unfortunately, I take my time, and by taking my time, I miss deadlines. And the one video that I did do, I ended up, you know, not being able to finish it. So Dolan asked Froggy with Fries to do the rest of it. And Dolan hasn't given me anything since. I do posters though. I do posters for the Planet Dolan Patreon. Gooby, how long have you been drawing? I don't know, as long as I could, the minute I could pick up a pencil, I guess. Requests? Ooh, that's not bad. Requests are cool. They're a good way to start. But if you are planning on making a living from it, consider doing commissions eventually. Because if people really want it, they will pay. You don't have to charge out the wazoo either. Just a little compensation for actually doing something, that's all. Favorite character in Planet Dolan? That's a tough one. Hellbent's pretty cool. Trying to remember what the button was. No, that's the button. To replicate. There we go. And now do the moon. Now, did you meet Dolan? We met at a self-employment course. He was doing his YouTube channel stuff and I was attempting to, you know, be an illustrator. How we met was he technically met me first, in a weird way. So we were at the orientation thing, I introduced myself, and Dolan was going to, you know, he saw me down at the train station and was going to introduce himself then and there, but I kind of disappeared before he got the chance because I was going into work that day. So then when we actually started class, not the first lesson, but like the second lesson, he tapped me on the shoulder while I was going up the stairs and introduced himself and said hi. And then from there we really hit it off. But the thing that I didn't know was that he actually darted past people on the stairs. So he was like behind a big group of people and he just weaved past the crowd so that, you know, he could introduce himself to me. And I didn't know that until much later. So that's how Dolan and I met. And then we just hang out in class all the time and, you know, he was a lot of fun. He still is fun. And Val, how you doing? I'm guessing it's really late for you, so I suspect that you're probably only popping in to say hey, and I totally get that. This is just as I put a casual stream, so I really don't mind. And I've spent the last little bit working on hair, and it's actually nice. Yeah. Shaping things bit by bit. There's probably a few things I'm going to work on. No. That sucks. I'm currently in winterish clothes because some spring has decided that Aw. Alright, well, you're welcome to stay here for as long as you want. Like I said earlier, I don't know if I'm going to play games, but I'm definitely, you know, cool to chat and hang out, as I said in my initial, you know, stream shout out. Ooh, cool. Hey HR, how you doing? Hey, I'd be like the coordinator of that club. I don't want to sound mean or anything, but I think that Dolan would probably be the president. But Menandi would be a very close second. That's a very good question. I'm not too sure. I reckon she'd be a fan of like beachy guitar themes. If that makes sense. Yeah. How is everyone? I'm alright. Still job hunting. The thing that I've been screwing up on, and I know some people are going to be like, well, you should just do it anyway, cover letters. I've not been writing cover letters. Although there's a job that I really, really want that technically doesn't know if they're going to hire or not. But they say if I do a resume that I'm, you know, more likely to, you know, at least get an interview. Yeah, I haven't been doing cover letters. Why? Because writing a cover letter for every single job I've applied for is just way too tedious. It's just if they like what's on the resume, then contact me. I am very, very not. Just get to know me in person. You can ask me all those questions then. I've had weird questions before. The ones tonight aren't too bad. Jelly! Oh, yeah, I know that's probably the main reason why I have not gotten a job yet. But the Christmas casual positions recently opened up, so I'm hoping that I can at least snag one of those. And if not, then I really, really suck. But there's this job that I really want. It's an anime figurine store, and I would absolutely love to work there. I was talking to the people there the other day when they were like umming and ahhing. They're like, "Are we hiring?" It's like, I don't know. Are we going to be hiring Christmas casuals this year? They couldn't give me a direct answer. Yeah, we're probably not going to get absolutely everyone here, but that's totally cool because it's a bad time for a lot of people. I am going to drink some more. Apple and blackcurrant. Yeah. I know this is going to sound terribly lazy, but there's only so much that my brain can do. What time is it for me? It is 4:18. I did write a little thing on my description thing saying that it is 4 p.m. So, yeah. How's commissions going? It's going around. It's getting there. I've been trying to do some iPad sketches and I was catching up on older commissions. This is really a bra moment. Hey, Bean, I actually sent a commission to someone earlier. Computer, please turn on. I cannot have it, Things get overwhelming pretty quickly. Yeah, I know. And you guys obviously know that I'm not the most normal mental person. Yeah. I don't know if that means seen or not. It just has a tick. So I sent it, but I don't know if they, saw it or not. Shh. I changed my profile picture on Facebook earlier. My personal one to to a different picture of me and Dolan getting married. And I've had a few, people be like, like it. Mm. Ooh. Shh. And if you can hear that, that is rain. It is raining now. I knew it was going to rain later. So if Dolan is... get the feeling he's probably still talking to someone. Because someone was calling him just before Skype or Discord, I'm not too sure. But was just giving him a call before I started streaming. I think he is going to stream, but he's going to be doing Final Fantasy stuff. How nice were your siblings to you? Well, being the oldest, normally that means you get respect. But, siblings are siblings. Sometimes you love each other, sometimes you don't. But in the later years, it's been pretty good. No, it rains. It's very selective about when it rains. Yeah. Favorite show as a child. Now, when you say child, what exactly do you mean? Because there are still some shows that I consider childhood favorites that I still like now. Like Avatar, for example, Last Airbender. That is a favorite of mine. But I'm not too sure if that would be considered childhood or not. So I think that was more teens. Then there was also, if you're talking about child, probably Powerpuff Girls. Call me lame. Original Powerpuff Girls, not the latest one. Yeah, my sleep pattern's been kind of off. And I just wanted you to it's my fault because I haven't messaged either. I want you to write down clearly what the address is so that once I write it down, we know that it's going to send. So just your full address in the indirect messages, of course, not a matter of, not, here in chat because I would just be silly, but in Discord, just write down your full address so that I'll be able to print it on, write it clearly on the envelope tomorrow. Yeah. I will send them tomorrow. I mean, I can't send them now because I'm streaming. Eating, drinking art with Gooby. No. But that is definitely something I want to try. I mean, if I want to do graphic novels eventually, then of course there are going to be characters eating and drinking in them, so. I almost choked. And I've been trying to get on the bandwagon recently, the art bandwagon. Because there have just been times when I've looked at my iPad and I've been like, I should be sketching. And then my brain's like, nah. Not for a while. I mean, I'm pretty sure I did something in high school, but that was a long time ago. Like just one of those art projects. Or projects where I actually drew in it a little bit. So much art, so little time. Yeah, I would prefer not to choke. If we could not have me choke on my stream, that would be great. Favorite art? Oh, it's got to be my Zeldas recently. Although I really, really like the Asuka that I did. What phone? Look, computer, watch, phone, tablet. Where do my loyalties lie? It's not on purpose. It's just, yeah, I like Macs. I like Apple. I know there are some people that say they're an evil company, and heck, they probably are, but my mum, I grew up with Macs, so that's what I use. Alright, thank you. I will do that. I'll make sure you send them tomorrow. And yeah, like I said, I've just been busying myself with other things. Like I was saying earlier, a thing that's been distracting me lately is the fact that my dad needed a lung transplant, and he has now had that transplant. To draw, just pen and paper. Otherwise, tablet with a pen. My pen that needs to be recharged. It's annoying because like I want to draw a thing, and then it's like, your pen is on 5%. Are you serious? But I just felt like drawing. It's like, nope. Nice. Yeah, I get the feeling Dolan's probably going outside. He's going to watch the rain. Because lately, when it's been raining, it's been at night time, whereas now it's still bright outside. So I think Dolan wants to have a look at it while it's still bright. Oh yeah, definitely he's going outside to watch the rain. We got a Sailor Moon? Uh-huh. I just wanted to draw a Sailor Moon character being badass, and I just happened to make it Sailor Moon. Funniest school story. Oh, I've got some doozies. Okay. Now, the time that I accidentally flashed everyone in the staff room, or the time that I sneezed and made everyone in class laugh. Either one of those. One of my friends was witness for both. And she doesn't let me forget. Whenever we catch up and we're like in one of our silly moods, she reminds me of those things. And I was like, yeah, I remember that happened. There's only so many things that happen in your life and you just don't forget them. I've probably told both stories because it's like, what's the funniest thing that happened in school? And those are the funniest things that happen in school. And there was another time in year 12 when we had homeroom in the library. And somehow I was, you know how when you try to walk over something and then you trip? Or you misjudge how big your step needs to be? Well, I tripped over a chair and kind of tumbled with it. And apparently it looked like I was being dirty with the chair. So then for a week, my nickname was Chair Girl. That was fun. Hello. How you doing? Oh, another one. I think I've told this one before as well. it was year 8 camp, I think, so there were only a few of us that were still in school, few year 8s that were still in school. And these kids these people that I was hanging out with, they were kind of kicking the ball around, which was a lot of fun. And then I get the ball, and then I managed to do a 1 in 10 million shot. I kicked the ball, and I kicked my friend's sandwich out of their hands. Like, clean out. It wasn't even on purpose. It was just a weird kick. So I kicked it. The sandwich comes flying out of his hand. And he's just like, looks at me and is like absolutely shocked. It was like a 1 in 1 million shot, but I kicked the sandwich out of his hands. And yeah. These are just the funniest memories from school. Then, of course, there are those times when your friends try to put you in the bin. Actually, friends, not bullies, friends. Because it was kind of like, hey, we can pick you up, so we're going to take advantage of that. But yes, I kicked my friend's sandwich out of his hand. May or may not have had a crush on him at the time. But that was a long time ago. And we may have dated a couple of years before. But when I say dated, I mean just holding hands and, you know, going to each other's houses occasionally. Oh, did the rain stop already? Oh, that sucks. It's funny because whenever Dolan goes outside, that's usually when the rain stops. Yeah, I kicked a dude, so yeah, chair girl, sandwich girl. I've had an interesting school life. Hello, Red Alpha Wolf Gaming. Welcome. Just having a casual chatting art stream. Nothing too elaborate. If I feel up for it, I might have a quick game later, but I can't promise anything. It was so funny though. Did I tell you guys that my doctor's appointment the other day was technically a waste of time? How was it a waste of time? Because I went in because I was going to get my prescriptions updated. Because I was told that I had no more repeats. And then I went to the doctor, and then I told her what I was in for, and then she's like, no, you should still have some prescriptions left. And I'm like, no, they told me that I was out. And they're like, then she's like, she actually called them, and it turned out that I have repeats until April. So I kind of wasted an appointment, but without meaning to. She could have seen someone else. That Really Violent Child on Bad Days. I saw That Really Violent Child on Bad Days. I had a crush on That Very Violent Child with Bad Days for quite a while. Then they weren't a child anymore, they were a teenager. Dude. But that's a whole nother ballpark. No, it wasn't my fault. I actually went in to get my prescription earlier, and they told me, you have no repeats left. You need to, go to your GP. And it's like, no, my GP phoned here a couple of days ago, and they told me that I still had some repeats left. And then they double checked, and they were like, oh, wait, I have this whole separate script here that wasn't put into the filing cabinet. Worst day for me. I don't know. Worst day for me. Funerals are never fun. Probably a funeral. Ugh. But otherwise, I think I blocked it out. I have some unpleasant childhood memories. Like, I suppose one of the worst days was it was year 7, late year 7, and I got into a fight with my dad, and then he got into a fight with my mum, and because they weren't married yet. It looked as if they were going to call off the wedding and break up. I don't know how close they came to breaking up, but that was horrible because even though you can't exactly blame your kids for being the reason that you split up or anything, I was the reason that they started fighting. Mum was just trying to defend me. Whoa! True, yeah. Expensive thing I've bought. That I don't know. Probably my laptop. No, it's all cool now, you know. Shiz happens. But yeah, my parents almost, well, my stepmom and stepdad almost split up. And I was the reason that they started fighting. And that just doesn't go away. I'd say probably half of the arguments that they had, yep, yes, she does. Half the arguments that they had were because my stepdad, well, my dad, would, you know, be angry at me for something, and then mum would say, you know, be like, you know, once is enough, you don't have to keep, you know, yelling, sort of thing. I'm not crying, I'm just sniffling. I've got a cat now. Can you actually see her on the... Yes, you can. You can see her little head. Oh, she's adorable. I'm working on a Sailor Moon drawing. I wouldn't say it's an old one, it's my newest one, but the pose is a little bit different to what I normally do. I'll just be working on random pictures. It just happens to be Sailor Moon at the moment. And now I've got a cat who is demanding my attention. Oh, she's so cute. What's the name of your cat? Jaina. My kitty's name is Jaina. And before you ask, no, I did not name her after the World of Warcraft character on purpose. I just liked the name. Yes, I did. I do like the name Jaina, and I did see the World of Warcraft character, but she's not named after Jaina. It just happens to be... I just really liked the name. She's a Burmese. She heard a noise and decided that the noise was more important than me. I shall come back later, maybe. She's my beautiful Burmese kitty. I think I was trying to do something different there. No, doesn't matter, the knuckles are still going to. Yep, all good. I just have to check a thing. When it comes to referencing, one of the best references you can use is your own body. It's like hands, facial expressions. I mean, you don't have to copy it exactly, you just use it as a reference. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I love the name Jaina. I would happily name my daughter that. But Dolan was like, look, if you name a child that, they're going to get a lot of scrutiny for it. And I agreed, and I was like, oh, you are right. That sucks. A dog for like 30 minutes. Hey, you and I are in the same club. I was chased down my road when I was in grade 3 or grade 4. That was fun. But that sucks. I hope you're okay. Best day. Oh, best day. Oh, my wedding was pretty damn good. Honeymoon was pretty good as well. Getting sunburned on my honeymoon wasn't great, but it was still nice. Favorite food? I like my pastas, but at this point in time, one of my favorites would have to be katsu chicken, which is basically thick udon noodles, a chicken schnitzel but Japanese style, so with panko crumbs, and this really nice Japanese curry with vegetables and just curry sauce. The worst thing was the owner didn't even stop it. Well, that's just irresponsible. See, the dog that chased me, the fence was open that day. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I was chased. That was primary school though. Just stopping by to say hi. No worries. Hello. Favorite type of music? It varies, but I tend to like rock pop more so. How am I? Yeah, I'm alright. Doing my thing. I said I want to do a Patreon stream this week, but I don't know anymore. I mean, I want to, but I don't know what Dolan's sleep pattern is going to be like. It sucks, because I was all like, hey, I should do a Patreon stream this week. I don't think they've been updated. Oops, my bad. Sorry, guys. But I had every intention of doing one. I still got to work on my Batman. And I know what I want to do for my next monthly Patreon. And some of you guys would be like, you're pushing yourself too hard. But no, I want to do a 3-character piece. So to make up for the months that I missed out on because of bad timing, one of the characters will be my choice, but you guys can pick the other ones. Can pick the other 2. Yeah. Oh, sleep for that matter. My sleep's been okay. No worries. Hey, Joe Bob. No worries. Thank you for coming. Much appreciated. Thanks for showing up. Hopefully, I will see you at a more reasonable time next time. Because Dolan has to get his things out tomorrow as well, then maybe I'll be able to stream at a better time tomorrow. Mercedes. Put it in the general description. Or there has to be a place where you can write it. Is there a better place where you can write it? Alright, better place you can write it on the Patreon Discord. Let me just... Social media doesn't seem right. Ooh, Dolan's streaming now, but I can't watch right now. I'd say just in general, and then just at me though, at me, okay? You're allowed to at me. Shh. I love Fire Emblem. Hey, this could be a 3-piece with Fire Emblem characters because I totally love Fire Emblem. I've already drawn Edelgard once. Cool. I could totally do a Fire Emblem piece. 3 characters. I get a feeling I'm probably going to pick Edelgard again though because I love Edelgard. She's so pretty. Oh, no worries. See you around. Thank you for being here. No, Dolan really liked 3 Houses. He wants to play the other ones because we picked Edelgard last time. So if he plays again, we'll probably pick a different house. But he wants to play a couple of other games first. Nah, that's okay. You don't have to like everything in existence. Could you imagine if I liked absolutely everything in existence? I would not get a day's rest because I'd be like, I'm drawing this, I'm drawing that, I'm drawing this and the other. Fire Emblem is an RPG. There's probably a better word for it, but my knowledge isn't great. Alright, see you, Nothing Sleeps. Oh, I really liked it. But hey, you've got other Fire Emblem games to compare to. This was my first. Grand Theft Auto, a little bit. Okay, cool. Hey, homie dirty. I will, of course, when I finish streaming, be watching my husband play games. Because I've got nothing else to do. Well, I kind of burnt myself out earlier, but I can still sit at my computer and do stuff. This stream is pretty cool. I appreciate that. I try not to be boring. I try to, be talkative, informative, just bits of everything. Oh, that's okay. It's kind of funny how I started up Facebook and then I didn't really add anything else to it. Might have had something to do with the fact that people were like, oh, Facebook's lame. So I haven't really added anything since. I want to, but my brain's just been like, got to do this, got to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I think most people who are regulars would probably know what your favourite one is by now. And if not, they're not paying close enough attention. You know South Park? Yeah, doesn't mean I like it. I'm just, I don't know, not really a fan of Family Guy either. You sound like I'm an awfully busy person. I just have a very weird mindset. My brain is all over the place. Ah, fair enough. Dolan finished Octopath as well. He played it when it first came out. In fact, he actually played it when it hadn't come out yet at like one of those testing booths, and he said that he wasn't really a fan of it at first, but then when it came out and he played it, he he really liked it. Yeah, I noticed that a while ago. Maybe they just lost their creativity. Who knows? Eh. Don't you just love it when you get hair in your mouth? I don't. I will be working on something else a little bit. I just want to do little bits and pieces. Should probably go back into Photoshop and do some Photoshop stuff. Just felt good to actually get some sketches out. Vengeance. Yeah. Well, my hair the longest I've ever had my hair was just above my hips, I think. Might have even been longer than that. It's been a while since I've had it long. The longest I let it go is probably just past my shoulders. As you can see, it's nowhere near that. I haven't let it grow much beyond that for a while. Then I need to collect my thoughts and be like, what was I doing? Alright, good luck with your homework. I always feel like, not to be mean or anything, but I almost feel like laughing sometimes when I see people talking about they need to do homework. It's like, I haven't had to do homework in so many years, and yet there are so many people that still have to deal with it. Homework sucks. But to be fair, the main reason why I had homework was because I didn't do all my work in class. That was kind of my own fault. And then, of course, there are those assignments that you do at school, but you can also do at home. Yeah. I would. This is terrible. But I used to actually do a little bit of lying about my homework stuff. I'd say the reason why I didn't have homework was because, oh, we're just doing it all in class. And when they asked me why I wasn't doing my work in class, it's like, oh, I'll do it at home. I'll still get it on time, teach. Like I said, the thing I was worst with in high school was getting my work done on time. Apart from that, I was a good student. I behaved, I was polite, I didn't cause any trouble. I was a good student, I just didn't do my work on time. Oops. My brother, on the other hand, he handed in everything on time and he was a goody goody two shoes. I don't mean that in a bad way. I love my brother, but if you want to see, you know, same family but different dynamics, that's a good one. No, I didn't see the McDonald's story. Likely drugged out woman. That sounds sucky. What's the worst pain you've ever felt? That's a tough one. I don't know. I mostly try to get homework done during class. Then, of course, there are those classes that you didn't really do, so you'd be like, oh, I'll just do my work in these classes instead. Then the teacher would be like, no, you're supposed to be doing my work instead. And it's like, but this one's due in the next class. And it's like, no, you do the work that I've assigned you. You're in my class, therefore you do that work. Oh, man. Like I said, I was a good student, I just didn't do my work on time. Yeah, I do not envy you guys whatsoever. Homework sucks. But most of the time I had homework, I brought it on myself because I kept on doing that whole, I'll do it in class, I'll do it at home. Like when it comes to school stuff, I'm definitely not someone that you should get advice from. Because I did it wrong. Broke your finger. Ooh. I don't know what my worst pain is. I suppose scraping your knee is pretty nasty. I suppose the worst pain I had. I think the worst pain I had recently was bending my nail back and making it bleed. That was when we were in Japan. Dolan passed me his bag and I went to grab it, but I missed, and instead my nail just went whoop. That was probably my most painful recent injury. Oh, plus I've fallen down the stairs a handful of times and landed on my, butt. That hurts a lot. Hey, Anya. I've never broken a bone. I've hurt myself, I've had stitches, but I've never broken a bone. Look, I'm sure you guys know this, but there's a lot of weird people out there. And if you don't know one, you're probably one of them. No, I joke. I only say that because I am the weird one. I can make jokes about that. You broke your pinky once. Ugh. I think if I ever broke anything, it might have been my toe. Because I kicked a football, as in the AFL football, with my foot, without any socks or shoes. That hurt. Yeah, America. New York was pretty damn cool. At the same time, I really liked LA and actually seeing Disneyland or Disney World, whichever one it was. Put murder. Ah, lots of memories. So little time. Ooh, that sounds very, very hurty. Be careful with that. Never let that happen again. Favorite birthday cake? Dude, I don't know. Anyone that my mum made, and my mum made all my birthday cakes. Pretty much. She made me a Sonic cake. She also made me a Carmelita cake once, which I absolutely loved. My mum's awesome. She deals with a lot of stuff, but she's awesome. Ooh, God. I'm very squeamish. Some of you guys might know that. No. I made Dolan a cookies and cream cake, which he liked. I'm glad I was able to at least do that. I think next year it's my turn to do a birthday cake because we're taking it in turns. It's either I get a cake or his mum gets a cake. I think next year it's my turn. Aw, that's cute though. Your doggy wants attention. I'm going to do a little bit of work on this fist and then I'll work on something else. It's raining again. Brown husky. Oh, that's so adorable. I had a husky too. I say had because he's no longer with us. He lived a long, happy life. But in his last years, he was just, just old. He couldn't really do much anymore. Poor thing. Ooh. See, now that's a tough one. Oh, thank you, but he was old. He was suffering. We had him for a very long time. I actually have a little piece of him whenever I go out. That probably sounds really weird. I have some of his fur. Because he was a husky, so he was very, very furry, very fluffy. I have some fur of his in my lanyard. I take it with me everywhere. So I'm walking my dog with me wherever I go. I know that probably sounds a bit weird, but that's kind of how I see it. Oh, he's beautiful. A bit of a terror at times. Definitely didn't like cats. Loved cats technically, just not the way that you want them to be loved. But he was a good boy. Very beautiful. Oh, thanks. Mum suggested it. There was some fur on the fence from where he spent his last, couple of weeks. So he just liked to sit by the fence and just look out among the trees. And she asked me if I wanted to, take some fur. And I did. And now I have it in my lanyard whenever I go out. He was a good boy. No. Yeah, it was actually this year. Some of the actual commissions I have. Whew, quite a few. I have quite a few. Oh, sure. Hmm. I still got to actually add the face and the clothes on yours as well, Menandi. Or Rob, if you prefer. Favourite birthday? I don't know. I had a lot of good birthdays. I know my worst birthday. But again, that was kind of my fault. Ugh! I am so sorry to hear that. Shh, no, please ask me questions. If you paid for a commission, then you can, ask me about it. It's more than fair. Just don't ask me every 2 seconds because clearly I'm not working on a commission right now. Kind of funny if I put Dolan stream on as well and was like, hey sweetie, I'm still streaming, I just wanted to see how you're doing. I mean, I could totally do that, but I won't do that right now. That might be a bit weird. See you, Red Alpha. Thank you for coming. Much appreciated. Hope you have a nice week. Or maybe I'll catch you in another stream. Don't ask me when though, because I don't have a clue. What would you do with $10 billion? Well, I would donate quite a bit to charity, and then I would give quite a bit to my family. I would give a bit to Dolan as well, so that he could start his cartoon. And then I don't know, I suppose the rest I would, just save up and just keep and use to help raise our eventual child. It is a little bit early, but I can do something like with clouds, or I can just, if there's a particular background in Octopath you want me to use, I can totally do that. I still have juice. Oh, juice is so good. It's apple and blackcurrant. It's really nice juice. There we go. Season. I don't like it too hot and I don't like it too cold either. Probably spring. Although this spring it's been a bit colder than I would like. Look at that, it's starting to form. I can show you one commission I've had for a while. And I have this mate, Matt, who is really, really good at being patient and waiting. Look at this. Look at this. I've had this one, I don't even know how long I've had this one for. It's a picture of Aloy, who's from Horizon Zero Dawn. And I'm just trying to get all the little itty bitty details in. Got to finish the bow, got to finish the stuff on her arm. And then I got to colour it. And that's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun to colour. Line art takes ages, but colouring doesn't take too long. Well, once I get the base colours in, colour doesn't really take too long. Line art takes me ages. If it's really weird, if it's really detailed. Two earthquakes in 4 days. That's insane. What else have I got here? What's this one? Ah, yes, that's my Gooby. And that's a Zelda. I might do a little bit of Gooby now. Like I said, I'm just going to be jumping from picture to picture. I still draw Gooby. I'm just trying to do other things as well. Because if I want to offer commissions, I want to, actually show the range that I have. Oh. Ah, blue. I can do blue. Just one of those interesting light shadow backgrounds that I do. That's cool. Yeah, no, I believe you. Japan also had a pretty nasty one recently. Oh, they had a typhoon recently. I think they're probably still going through it. This was also an iPad sketch, and yes, it was inspired by the recent PD thingy. Okay, fair enough. If you change your mind, then we can easily, just talk about it during the progress. You know what it's like. I've been, you've been a commissionee before. You know what it's like. What would you do if you saw a penguin fly? I have no idea. Be like, oh, cool, there's a penguin flying. I've seen them glide. They're adorable. It's a little bit different. But I still kind of like it. I actually tried drawing a human Gooby a while ago, and I gave her I gave her the top, but I gave her a dress that was what do you call it? That was huge. And I tried suggesting that to Dolan when they were coming up with the designs for the human Gooby, and it's like, nope. They're like, why don't we just give her puffy pants? It's like, all right, give her puffy pants then. Oh, possibly. I can easily do another version. I can draw over and be like, hey, here's a dress version. I actually get that because I watch Star Trek. Oh, man. Klingon is one of the languages. Isn't it also one of the races? Isn't it a race as well? It's not just the language. Forgive me, it's been a while. Of course, if I said that in front of Dolan, he'd be like, oh, bad wife, she forgot the things. Yeah, I think Klingon was also a race, wasn't it? There was the Romulans and Klingons. Human Gooby. Mm-hmm. Sure. How far are you from Dolan? Less than 100 meters. Pretty sure. He's literally opposite the hall. Pretty sure he's streaming as well at the moment. Or will be starting very soon. And when I decide I've had enough, I will be watching him stream. Because I'm a supportive wife. I think so. I don't know maths. But I think so. I mean, he is just in his study where he normally works. Well, I said less than. It's not like I said equal to. So my statement is still right. Like I said, I am not maths. He'll be streaming on his Twitch because he's attempting Twitch again. I don't know. Like I said, I don't maths. 50, 20, I don't know. Alright. See you, Brady. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. Like I said, I don't maths. I am sorry for my stupid non-math brain. I'm expecting Dolan to say something later. I could get an exact measurement later if I have to. I don't. It's not like I'm applying to be a mathematician or anything. God, who applies to being a mathematician except for what the heck is wrong with me? Like, I'm just going to take a step back and forget that I'm talking and just try to be normal again. Can I do that? Most hardest class I have? Maths. I hated maths. In fact, the reason I didn't pursue teaching was because the careers person told me you need maths if you're going to be a teacher. I was like, well, I'm screwed. There's no way I'm going to pass maths. And I did. Don't know how, but I passed maths. Look, it's not like I said 1,000 meters. I am aware that that's a kilometer, and Dolan is way, way less than a kilometer away from me. What's a kilometer from here? Probably one of the local parks. I don't know. Maths. Bleh. You'll have to forgive me for not being the most intelligent person that you ever see streaming. What do I know? Art stuff, fandom things, random trivia things. Yes. But maths? Nope. You ask me a maths question, which is why I'm terrified in Trivia Murder Party when the thing is maths, because that takes a while for me to figure out. Favorite movie? I don't know. Kill Bill is definitely one of them. I was watching it the other day and I was like, wow. But I was feeling squeamish as well. Like the bits that I watch, which, are gory, are really getting to me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. Why do I like this? But other times I watch it and I'm like, ooh, cool. I'm very weird. About an hour and a bit. Yeah. The main reason I'm streaming is because I said that I would, and I didn't want to be a liar. Unfortunately, it is a bit later than I would have liked, but life happens. I'm really enjoying sketching with my iPad. The only problem is that when I try to bring it onto the computer, the paper size is very different. So it's not in A4. I think it's its own custom size. Funny. I'm gonna need more juice soon. I like juice. Oh, why did you do that? No, bad drawing. I appreciate that, thanks. There we go. From distance. So I've really been doing the hair, haven't I? Hair is forming very, very slowly. That hand will definitely need to be fixed a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to art, some of my, what I would call weaknesses slash, items that I definitely need to draw at least twice or more. Hands and noses. Hands I can occasionally get right on the first try, but if I don't, then I am working that hand for a very, very long time trying to get it to work. And noses? I don't know. I know what the trick is, I just can't do it. And then plaits. Plaits are tricky as well. And again, there's a trick for that, and I always have to refer to the trick when I do a plait. It's like, what's the trick? You can find tutorials, and whatever the first tutorial is, that's probably what I use. I just have it as a reference and be like, this is what you do to get the plait right. Even then, I can still get it wrong. I saw you had a tornado warning, but I don't. Oh, didn't you have like alarms blaring or something? Or am I thinking of something else? Like I said, my brain is all over the place. And I appreciate that you don't use my intelligence against me. Funny thing is, even though wouldn't call myself smart per se, I don't think I'm dumb either. I'm just very harsh on myself. I've always been that way. I don't know the exact reason, it's just how I am. Joking? Why would you joke about a natural disaster like that? If someone joked about bushfires around here, they get a slap. Possibly even jail time. I don't know actually. But it wouldn't be very nicely taken upon. I can tell you that much. Ugh. When you say neighbours, you mean your dorm neighbours? Hello, how you doing? I just figured out what that noise is. Never mind. Hmm. What's that noise? I thought it was Dolan at first. Could be Dolan. How are you? I'm alright. Just as what I usually say, taking things day by day, doing bits of this, that, and the other. Working on commissions, but trying not to overwhelm myself. Just the usual. Thank you. Look, even when I do finish, I'm definitely not going out again today. There's a potential Pokemon thing that I could do, but no. If I do, I would probably collapse. Not literally, but I would probably go out and then need to come home right away. Ah, 5 now? That sucks. I know you had like 3 in a week. Maybe that's, or at least 2 in a week. Maybe not the same week, but not the same week, but within 7 days, maybe. Yep, cool. I hope they're not stressing you out too much. Jesus. See, that's not something you want to be able to tell people. Your first impression of college, you want to be like, not hating it. Brain surgery, gee. My dad recently had a lung transplant. He seems to be okay. Still has to go to the hospital every so often, though, to get it checked out. Because, that's not simple surgery, that's crazy stuff. A drive by Jesus. Oh, I definitely don't want to do politics here or anything, but oi. Guns. Gee. I mean, you hear about the occasional story in Australia, but for the most part, jeez. I'm really sorry to hear that. Like I said, we don't go into politics on stream though. So I'm sure there's a lot of things that we could debate or talk about, but the last thing I want is for people to be divided. Have I used it? This isn't a question, this is just me randomly talking to myself. Have I shot a gun before? Yeah, when me and Dolan were in Vegas in 2015. We had a quick day in Vegas and then went back to Anaheim. There was a driving range. We went there. and I shot a gun. Interesting experience. It was, of course, one of those, small peewee guns, not really any of those. Don't ask me what type of gun it was, because I don't know. But yes, I have shot a gun. It was a very interesting experience. I knew this would happen at least once. Doll and I would be streaming at the same time. But that's okay. I don't even know how much longer I'm going to stream for. I'm definitely still in the mood for it. Chatty. Still got to do some videos which I haven't done yet. Do this, do that, yada yada. Thank you. I enjoy the drawings. Drawings is fun. I'll definitely need to work on that hand though. I love drawing. Well, do it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. Hey, Carl Richardson. Yeah, I think it has been a while. Hope all is well. Things are good. Nothing's giving you too much trouble at this point in time, because that would suck. What hasn't he played? He's played a lot of games. A lot. But if you're talking about like just general games that he still plays, he loves Mario Kart. He's currently playing Final Fantasy XIV. He was playing Vanilla WoW. He might still do a little bit of grinding, but he's mostly done. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. He was playing Final Fantasy XII, but he wasn't really a fan of how the game was pretty much playing itself, so he stopped. He's currently playing Parasite Eve 2. Hasn't really got that far in it, but it should be fun. Plays a little bit of Hearthstone, but only really when they have special packs out. He's a bit weirded out by the Blizzard stuff, but again, this is not a politics stream. Even though I'm pretty sure most of you, can tell the difference between right and wrong. But not just Blizzard, but just other things in general. The world scares me. Kane! Yes, this is a late stream and I apologise if you are about to go to sleep. Shh. No, I don't think I'll have that there. I think that'll just stop there, so they'll go down like that. Yeah. What is up? I think I got pretty much everything off my chest earlier. Just bits of this, then the other. I know people are probably sick of hearing it, but my dad recently had surgery and he looks like he's going to make a full recovery. Still has to go to hospital every so often, but the hardest bit is over, we think. Yeah, I was kind of the same, but then my both my mum and my dad were like, if you have a gap year, you're never going back. So it's probably best that you do it now and then have a gap year afterwards and figure out what you want to do. What should you say to a girl you like? Well, for one thing, a good place to start is to find common interests. So things that you both have in common. Because that was how Dolan talked to me. We soon found out that we liked very similar things. And that was a great start for both of us. So first bit of advice, if you're not already friends with them, just find something that you have in common. That's always great. Although I think we're going to do this one here, even though it's not necessary. Get a job, save up. Yep. And a backup to the backup. Great advice. It's not sarcasm, that's actually like, yeah, that's good advice. Yeah, excuse me. Hey, it's hard for me to talk to people as well. I think it helps that I've got chat box here and it just almost feels like it doesn't feel like I'm talking to myself, but I feel as if this would be a lot different if I was just on stage talking to a bunch of people watching me. I think it'd be different. How do I live stream? I use OBS. No. I mean, I was very open with Dolan from the beginning. He knew that I had depression. Didn't seem to faze him too much. Right. As in, I'm right-handed. Look, I can be that person that tells you to go study, but if it helps you, just relax for a little bit and then you can study later, Just as long as you don't go to your teacher and say, yeah, I didn't do the thing because I was watching Gooby's stream. Here's her email address, so blame her. No. Yes, please, do make more vids for your channel. I should be doing that too. I have some planned, I just haven't actually, done it yet. To be fair, I have had a lot of things on my mind. Oh, that sucks. Well, there'll be other exams, maybe. Maybe if you're lucky, they'll let you retake it. No. So they don't know about the issues that's been happening with the different police cars, or they don't know about your sleep and that you're struggling. Look, it sucks, but the best thing you can do is be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, I can't say what percentage of time, but at the end of the day, your parents do want what's best for you. And, they'll help you out where they can. Even if they get a little bit mad at first, I'm sure that they'll, come around and be like, no, we care about our son. We want to make sure that he's okay. Daughter. We care. I don't think there's anything wrong with lying. Look, I can't say it's exactly the same thing, but there were a lot of students when I was in high school that decided that they would go for the hard maths because, like, oh yeah, maths is easy. we don't want to do, because there were 3 subjects. There was easy maths, there was general maths, and there was hard maths. So maths methods was the hard one. Core maths was the beginner, and I think it was just, I forgot what the easy maths was called, so I'll just call it easy maths. And there were a lot of people that decided they wanted to do maths methods because they were like, oh, you know, we're good at maths, we'll be fine. And almost all of them struggled. Like, they regretted it. They're like, oh my god, this is so hard. Why did I do this? Why am I doing this to myself? And as far as I'm aware, I don't know about percentage of passing per se, but I know that a lot of people struggled. So it's not quite the same thing, but just saying I've heard similar stories. No. I say just do what makes you happy. At the moment, I am attempting to do art full time, but also looking for part-time work so that I don't need to worry about money right now. Still no job, but I'm trying, and I should get a Christmas casual job. If I don't, I'm going to be very, very, very annoyed. I've been applying to a lot of jobs. You could always do it as a hobby for a while, but, you know, try to get, I suppose a good way to find out is advertise commissions and just see how many you can get. Yeah. Look, anyone who told you life was easy lied to you. And they probably only said that because they were trying to convince themselves. And yes, at the end of the day, health does come first. Yeah. I wouldn't even do that. I was a terrible student. Alright, have you actually, not for me to really give advice or anything, because heck, I probably don't give great advice, but have you actually told your teachers that you're struggling? Because sometimes once the right people know, it can be a lot easier to, you know, figure things out. Not that I'm trying to tell you what to do, just, you know, offering suggestions. Comfortable thing I've seen. Ooh. Cats look pretty comfortable when they're all curled up. Very cute. Heck, I remember that my stepdad did not like me doing art because he was like, don't do art unless you can get paid for it. And then I found ways to get paid for it, commissions. So yeah. I still believe that I can do art full time, but right now I'm definitely not getting enough from commissions to warrant not needing to get a part-time job. When I say part-time, I mean like just 2 or 3 days a week, if that. That's all I need. Just that little bit of extra. Because at the end of the day, art is my work, art is my career. That is what I want, and that is what I'm going to do my best to do. Oh. Alright, then what about this? Do you have a teacher that you like? Maybe if you just tell one teacher. And then while they may not necessarily tell the other teachers, they'll know and be like, look, they have special circumstances, so if you could just lay off them a little bit. Hey, I did the same thing. I would sometimes, do art instead of doing my homework. Sometimes I would even draw art on my homework, and then I'd have to, get another piece and say, oh, that was just a draft, it's fine. Hey, look, if you're planning on doing art full time, please show me your stuff. I mean, I love seeing other people's art. Even if it makes me feel like, makes me question my own skills afterwards. God damn it. I'm fine. I think one of the things when it comes to going from line art to from sketching to line art is that sometimes some of the elements in the sketch you really like disappear. You can message me on Discord if you want, and we can have a bit of a chat there if you'd rather. It is 5:33, which is not late, but getting there. I get the feeling I'm going to have another visit from Kitty soon. I'll still be awake a while yet, but I'm just going to work on a few more bits and pieces. Yeah, no, I know. There's a lot of other things on your mind as well, and yeah, I know about the dad thing. It's up to you how much or how little you want to share on stream, because you've got to bear in mind that not everyone here's going to know the circumstance. But I do know one thing this year, because I missed out on my cousin's wedding and for a few other reasons. I got to make sure that I at least go to my biological father's side for whatever Christmas thing they're doing this year. Even if Dolan can't go, I just got to do it. I haven't seen my dad's side of the family for a while, and I've got no ill will against them. But I did screw up. I didn't go to my cousin's wedding. Not because I didn't want to, but because I got the days mixed up. And I felt like crap for a very long time. I still feel like crap. But I'm not beating myself up as much anymore. See, her wedding was on the 20th, and for some stupid reason, I thought that it was on the 30th. And the only reason I found out, it's funny because we were actually talking in direct messages, and I still didn't see the whole, oh, it's on the 20th. I thought it was on the 30th. That's nasty. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, so I missed my cousin's wedding, so I've got to try to, attend my father's side of the family's Christmas. Oh, God. Yeah. See, it's a little bit different if you're part of the wedding party. I wasn't part of the wedding party, like I wasn't a bridesmaid or anything. But I was still invited to the wedding, and I did say that I would go. And I didn't go because I got the dates confused. And the only reason I realised, oh wait, I got the dates confused, was because I saw photos posted on Facebook, and then I was like, oh crap. I thought there might have been like pictures for like the rehearsal or something. I'm like, oh, did they have a rehearsal dinner? And I was like, nope, that was the actual wedding. Ah. Oops. There's no one you can blame in that apart from me and my brain not registering things properly. I know it sounds like a lame excuse, but it's true. I thought it was on the 30th. Because my brain was stupid. Yeah, I know Danny Phantom. Okay. Really? Being direct family, I thought you would have been one of the first to know. It was kind of funny because when it came to my wedding, at least when I married Dolan, I didn't send out invites until about 4 months before the wedding. Why? Because I was terribly disorganized. I was working on everything else, and I didn't do the invites until about 4 months before the wedding. So there were some people that couldn't make it and missed out because I didn't do the invites sooner. Are you really? Well, at least you showed up. God, you should have seen me that day. I was a mess. I was crying. I was very upset with myself. I still am upset with myself. I haven't forgiven myself for it because that's. Yeah. But if I could, I did also send her an apology over Facebook because I didn't want to call because yikes. But I did send her an apology eventually because you feel like absolute crap. And yeah. It was kind of ironic and funny as well because when we were talking in chat, I was sort of saying, I felt guilty for, not really knowing her more because, when my dad moved overseas, I didn't really get to see that side of the family anymore. Why did YouTube recommend this to me? I don't know. Do you like hanging out and chatting? So that's what we're doing. I am drawing and chatting because I can do both. Don't ask me how I can do both. There are very few things that I can do with, what's the word? Multiple tasks at the same time. There's a better word for that, but that's what I'm going to use. Aw, thanks. I'm a trying. Simultaneously. Yeah, that. See, I can talk and I can do this at the same time, but anything else, it's kind of tricky for me to multitask. See ya. Have fun. Hope you have a nice week. It's still Wednesday for me, but it's probably Wednesday for you guys as well. Ooh, sounds like fun. Still have to work on that hand eventually. Ugh. Ah, yep. Australia. I am Australia. Australia's okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Please look after yourself, dude. If you have to leave the stream for a minute or even, just leave altogether, please just look after yourself. I don't know what Food Lion is, so I'm going to say no. But that does sound interesting. Food Lion. If there is one in Australia, it's not in Melbourne. We don't even have Denny's here. How lame is that? Australia doesn't have Denny's. I'd love to have Denny's here. Grocery chain. Okay. Then no, we don't have Food Lion here. We have Coles and Woolworths. Used to be Safeway, but now it's Woolworths. I can wait a little while before I eat again. I get the feeling I'm probably expected to make food, but I wasn't feeling too well earlier. Like sitting down and doing art, that's okay, but standing up at the kitchen and chopping things or putting things together, that's a little bit more energy than sitting at a computer and drawing, I think. so who knows. I really don't like letting Dolan down. Because, we're trying to eat better, and one of the ways we can eat better is if I actually, cook more. Not to say he doesn't cook, but when Dolan cooks, though, it's pretty much pre-made food. I almost make things from scratch, so. Yeah, we have Hungry Jacks. I know that's called Burger King over there. I mean, you try to do things, but then you get sick, and it really sucks. Ah, Mexican, huh? Cool. I love burritos are really nice. Oh, nachos. Nachos was like my go-to food for a while. Warlord, I sent you something on Twitter. I don't know if you saw it. And no, that's not the finished picture, that's just the sketch. That's dangerous. We have Uber Eats, so everything is next to each other. That sounds dangerous, but I know what that was. Ah, cool. Yeah, I've heard something like that before. That doesn't surprise me. It's weird, but it doesn't surprise me. Hey, Jules. Smooth draw. A dragon. I want to draw a dragon. That's like one of those, I want to draw that eventually. And those dragon pictures I was working on, those were drawn by someone named Viper Wings. So I can't take credit for those. I'm lining them and I'm going to colour them, but I didn't draw them. It's sort of a commission / collaboration. Probably more commission than collaboration because she sketched them, but she paid me to line and colour them, so. No, I want to. I want to maybe do 5 quotes and maybe start working on them halfway through October. I would, but I just don't have the time this year. I have too much stuff to catch up on. But I want to do a couple of quotes. Not much is gold about me, just in the character, the hair. I actually found a picture the other day of me when I was younger and my hair was so blonde. So, my persona isn't exactly a lie. My hair's just not as bright anymore. But yes, I was blonde many years ago when I was a child. I had beautiful blonde hair. Yeah, that is a way to do it. But I'm currently trying to line my pictures. I know there's a quicker way to do it in Clip Studio Paint, but I'm not accustomed to it yet. I will eventually learn because I will watch something on YouTube and be like, yeah, I want to learn how to do this. I use the paint bucket sometimes. I was not expecting that. That is sweet but very cheesy at the same time. Damn. Jesus. You poor thing. Yeah. Where in the spider country do you live? Nice question. Down south. Victoria. Nice. See, even though I did do graphic design, I still think of myself as self-taught because they might have shown me a few things, but I kind of, mastered them on my own, if that makes sense. I'm not taking credit away from them or anything, but I still think that I'm mostly self-taught. Ah, look, Discord's a mixed kettle of fish. People will either be really nice or they'll treat you like crap. Have I watched JoJo? Ooh, you're the second person to ask me that. No. Dolan and I will watch it eventually. But not right now. Oh, that's very sweet. And then something as simple as the shoe. It's like, nope, you are not going to work for me. I just need to get the right light. Right line. No worries. Oh, look, I'm going to be honest and say I just end up sitting and watching for a while because it's like, I have nothing to contribute to this. Yeah. Another weakness of mine, and I think you guys probably already know this, shoes or feet. It's another thing that I haven't quite mastered yet. Like when it comes to drawing things, it's very hard to say you've mastered something, but I am nowhere near mastering shoes. Like I am terrible at shoes. I do basic flats and that's it. Even then, sometimes they don't quite turn out the way you want them to. So I think this is okay. Let's just make sure they actually kind of almost look the same. This one might need to go down a little bit. Yeah. And that. So yeah, noses, hands, and feet, and plaits, and backgrounds, but I don't draw backgrounds, so it's okay right now. Yeah. That's okay. Hey, look, I don't reply right away either. I'm terrible with replying. I'm horrible. Yeah, I think that's okay. I just gotta move that down. Like I said, shoes are not my thing. Although that doesn't look too bad. So hair, feet. Only really the eyes and the eyebrows now, plus that hand. Do I have to work on the hand? Can I just work on the hand later? Ooh, I've been a bad girl. I haven't saved this once. I am working on a human Gooby picture. Hey, plenty of time to practice, dude. Although, to be fair, most of what you're drawing, not everything, but most things can be fixed if you find the right reference. You find the reference, you look at it and be like, okay, so I need to change this, that, and the other. Sometimes references are needed. Nah, really? I think Hellbent's chats just get really busy, maybe. But I haven't been to one of his streams in a while because awake at the wrong time, I guess. Shh. Oh, gee, that sucks. I am so sorry to hear that. Like I said, we don't talk about politics here, but yikes. The same thing that we keep telling people and that people don't seem to believe us. She just simply stopped writing to Dolan. Yeah. I can browse art all day. I'll just go on DeviantArt and search something. Of course, unfortunately, the thing with DeviantArt, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know this, there's the nice stuff, then there's the not so nice stuff. So, yeah. So to answer the Shima question, basically she stopped emailing Dolan, and we have no idea. He was they were talking about the next workload, and she was all good, and then she just stopped replying. Yeah. Yeah. I know it sounds like a lie or something, but she just stopped replying. We don't know why. Personally, and I've said this before, I think she had a bit of a mental breakdown. She just couldn't handle it anymore and decided that she wanted to stay away from the internet. I personally think that she's still online doing stuff. She's just going under a different name now. I actually had a weird dream the other day that I got a message from her. I can't even remember what the message was, but I remember getting a message from her. This isn't my dream. This isn't real, by the way. And it was so weird. I think it was a comment on one of my drawings or something. Weird, 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 weird. Mostly American. Melissa is from Canada. Yeah, I think most of them are from different parts of America. I might be wrong, but that's my impression. But yeah, I could browse DeviantArt all day. The only thing I'm not a fan of are the fetish things. And if you've been around the internet as long as I have, you know what I mean by the fetish things. So unfortunately, no matter what character you look up, there will always be fetish art, and I hate that. But not much you can do about it. Oh. Yeah, Tolop is currently in, I'm just going to say, North America somewhere, living it up with Spincess. I should probably go to sleep. You could go to sleep. Or you can chat and hang, have a little bit of, just hang with people. I really don't mind. But if you really need to sleep, then by all means sleep. I honestly thought I probably would have been done by now, but still pretty good to keep going. I think I'll probably finish at about 6:30 my time, so about another half an hour. Yeah, I think I heard someone else say that once. I don't think I'll do the half closed one. I'll just do normal. Look, if it's a school thing, maybe don't. But hey, I was never the best school student either. And these lashes went really weird, so I'm going to try to fix that. Now more weirdness. Yep. Yep. That sounds good. Or you could watch Dolan stream. I don't know how long he's going to be streaming for. Pretty sure he's streaming. I know that he started, but I don't know if he finished and then restarted. I don't know. Ah, this isn't working. So I'm just going to have to do this. Do that and then draw the lashes in after. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Just letting you guys know that that is an option. Dolan's been streaming lately. Yeah. Nah, fair enough. Oh, gee. And now do the lashes separately. Don't try to join them. I'm back from games. What did I miss? Not a lot. I'm just working on a Gooby now, which I'm pretty sure you saw me start. I'm a moron. No, you're not a moron. He hasn't even been streaming a month yet. He's only literally gotten back into it very recently. He's just trialing it at the moment. He's kind of done with, not done with entirely, but sort of just finding other things to do apart from YouTube. Just little bits and pieces, you know? As much as I like the long eyelashes look, I think maybe shorter eyelashes, still long eyelashes, but shorter eyelashes would be better. It's like that. Hey, yep, that happens to me too. I wouldn't say it's an Aussie thing. I think it's probably just a worldly thing. Just happens. It sucks, but it happens. Yeah. Although I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut these. Or move it down. No. There we go. Yeah, that sucks. I'm not too sure. I'm still happy to keep drawing for a little bit longer. I think it's probably better I just work on some art pieces. It's kind of therapeutic for me right now. Yeah. I think slightly smaller eyelashes are better. Like, they don't need to be super long. I know that in the animation they're like pretty long, but I think small's better. Not too long, but not too small either. You clearly have not seen the latest PD stuff. There was an animation recently of Gooby. Well, the first one was Gooby waiting for Dolan so that she could return his hat, and the second one was Dolan searching for Gooby because she disappeared. Shh. Did you see Primal? No, I haven't. No, I like Japanese, the red stuff. Yeah, pretty. That's okay. I'm not here to criticize or anything. But no, there was there were a couple of Gooby. Oh wow, I'm doing the long eyelashes thing again. Whoops. I suppose I should make it long first and then I can make it small again. Fair enough. But yeah, so those came out. They kind of my character's origin stories. Just showing how Gooby became Merm. Gee, that's not fun. Definitely not. That's fine. But yeah, so in the second one that came out, they actually show what Gooby looked like as a human. And this is the outfit she wore, so I decided, why don't I draw it? So she had the same shirt almost, just a little bit tighter than what I normally draw it. So I made it a little bit tighter. And she's got these pants. Gotta save again. Some more juice. That's so good. And it's only now when you look at it, you're like, oh, I can see some mistakes. Not mistakes per se, just some inaccuracies. I was like, okay, so this needs to be changed a little bit. For example, Gooby, one of your eyes is bigger than the other. And so I'm just going to change that, make it so that it's not as big, just a little bit smaller. Yeah. Then I'll try to fix it and it'll be like, Gooby, you're making it worse. Because that's the story of my life. That looks way too straight. Yep, come on, yep. He's got ya. There we go. I might need to bring this in a little bit more again. Whoop. And whoop. Is that better? That's better. Yay, fixed. Look, this is just a common criticism I have against myself, just some of the sizing. You notice these things when you stare at a picture for too long. Yeah. What else? I drew Elsa recently. And this was before the reveal of her with her hair out. I'm really annoyed because if I'd waited a day, I could have drawn her with her hair out and she looks so pretty. Elsa's so pretty. Funny thing is, when it comes to the movie Frozen, I'm okay about it, but I love Elsa. She's so cool. And if I'd waited a couple of days, I would have seen her with her hair out. And now I have to draw another Elsa. I have to do it. I have to draw her with her hair loose. Can't tell me no. Jane is making noises. She's being cute. Hey, so do mine, except I end up falling asleep and forgetting. Okay. Oh, paprika. Oh, you poor thing. See, I have younger siblings as well, but well, I'm 27, and the youngest is 10 years younger than me, so she's just outside of that range. She'll probably still watch Frozen, though. But yeah, so my brother is 7 years younger than me. I can show you, look, if you want me to show you, I can show you, but I'm not zooming in. So it's still on my iPad. Because, like I said, I'm sketching on my iPad recently. I've only drawn one couple picture so far. So, I can show you the very basics of what I've done so far. OBS. I am very bright. Cam. You asked. Like I said, she's not done. That's just the pose I've got so far. And no, I have not started on the face yet. I was just figuring out some basic points. I have better references, so I'll be able to work on that more. That's just a start. And I'm zoomed in on her belly button. That was not on purpose. You're the oldest? I'm the oldest too. Isn't it fun? You get blamed for everything. Well, we talked about the pose beforehand, remember? And I sort of did a mix of what the poses that I showed you. So, as long as you're happy with my pose so far, like I said, I have not done her face properly yet. I think just the eyes, and I might do something else quickly. I'm half thinking about maybe doing a quick, maybe one game, but depends. You're the second oldest. Ooh, yeah. My brother's the second oldest. That's cool. You're allowed to be curious. I think I ended up doing something different with the other hand, though. Like, I did the pose thing that we talked about with the face, but I ended up doing something different with the other hand, which I'm pretty okay with. So if we were to play one game before I finish streaming, what game would you guys like? Because if you guys wanted to play one game, I'm totally happy to do one. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I hope it works and that you guys all get along and that there's nothing, you know. Drawful too, okay, looks like it's got Drawful at the moment. I'm totally up for playing Drawful as long as I can do it on my iPad so it doesn't look as messy. I don't do Minecraft. There are other people that probably would. Fair enough. It is getting pretty late for quite a few of you. I just thought it'd be nice, seeing as though I ended up doing it a little bit longer and we've got a nice little group of people. I think it'd be nice. I think we could probably play one game. Oh, okay. That's interesting. See, I know I'm the oldest because my mum didn't have any children before me, and my dad is very likely not to have another child. And if he does, that would be weird. But yeah. It sounds like Dolan's having fun. So what I'm going to do, where did I originally put the eyes? Yep. Ah, that's horrible. That's a horrible way to think, but I don't blame you for thinking that way. Not in the slightest. Oh yeah, that's definitely true of my sister. Little Snoopy. Oh, she gets spoiled. I don't think she even realizes how spoiled. Nothing against her or anything, I love her, but she does get spoiled. And I just think she doesn't notice. Or she's very good at pretending she doesn't notice. I hope he's having fun. Dolan's a good man, but he could be happier. I don't mean that in a bad way or anything, but he's, not been. You know how YouTube algorithm keeps changing and how they keep changing the rules? It's like, oh no, you have to be extra careful with this more so than you had to. He's kind of annoyed with all the rule changes and he feels like his channel's just going to be terminated one day. So he's trying his best to do other things so that if that does happen, at least he's prepared, if that makes sense. I mean, he doesn't want his channel terminated, but he's really worried that one day YouTube's just going to be like, nah, goodbye. No. No. Okay, yeah. See, my dad was also a wild man, but I'm not talking about the one that just had a transplant. I'm talking about my biological dad, but he was a wild man, but he was bi. Later turned out he was gay. So he was a wild man, just not with ladies. It's kind of cool how I've almost finished this in one go. It's only really the hand, but I can't be bothered. I work on the hand. I'm going to be stressed, so a game of Quiplash then. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this on a picture that I've been... Which picture? I might just do a quick zoom in on Gooby. I'm going to get a drink and we're going to set up Drawful. So I'm not going, I'm just getting a quick drink and then we'll play a couple of rounds. Maybe 1 or 2 rounds, I'm not sure yet. BRB. Alright, I got my juice. Let's start. Just gotta get my iPad set up first. Ha! See, I think I just missed out on the Minecraft craze myself. Hello! We are going to play a game. I don't know how many rounds. We're playing Drawful. Should be fun. I'm going to use my iPad so I can actually sketch somewhat decent. Alright, see you, EJ. I'll see you around. Even if we can't get a full game in, as in a full house of people, that's alright. Yeah, I heard. It's always good when you discover a game. So I know I said I want to do some more of the graphic novel, but I want to do that at a better time when there might be more people around. I'm definitely not done with it. So Drawful. Oh, it's updating. Haha, oops. I'm sure we can wait 28 seconds. 27, 22. It keeps changing. Yeah, I did it a while ago. Play a game. Jackbox.tv, that's it. Let's see, I'm going to change my name to... Just that'll be fun. Drawful. And yes, you'll be able to see it on your screen soon. Just got to get myself in first. I'm happy to play at least 1 or 2 games before I finish. Alright. Let me in first. Yep, all good. OBS and game screen. Where is it? It's here. Okay. No, well, I've already screwed up. Alright, you know what? I screwed up that badly. I have to do it a little bit differently. I was trying to do a full body and it's like, nope, I'm not going to work for you. Fine, then I'll do this. Might turn out to be better, actually. There we go. Oh, wow, nice. Me likey. Nice wolf. Or jaguar or something. Fair enough. Someone said quite early, don't know where you're from, but here at the moment it is 6:17. Ooh, me likey. I have one message. All right.
Hey, it's drawful time. Wow, 8 players. That's the most we can handle, so please be gentle. Let's do this. All right. If you look at your devices right now, you should see a secret prompt just for you. Something kind of hard to draw, like Slimer or Queen Rabbi. Draw a picture on your device that would have that title, and when you're done,
I need a
done.
reference for this.
You'll get points for each player that can correctly guess your title. So, get to it.
Okay, this is going to be very interesting.
If you're still watching, wishing you could somehow play along, you can still join the audience by going to jackbox.tv and entering this room code.
Oh god, why do my smiles always go so weird? How much time do I have? Oh, I still got time. Yeah, I'm sorry that it keeps smearing. Stupid thing.
There's only about 30 seconds left to get that drawing in. It would be such a bummer to lose it.
I don't know.
Wow. Let's take a peek at your drawings. Use your devices to type in what you think the real title for this picture could have been. Oh, wow.
Cool. Oh. You know how sometimes a drink just hits the spot? This is doing it for me tonight. Yum. Nom, 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 nom.
Here are your choices. Try to pick the real title and avoid all the garbage everyone else typed in. Oh. Wow. And here are your
Oh,
picks.
no. It was probably something else, actually.
Oh.
Cool. I'm just having a quick look at, you know, people that have been watching and That's more than I thought. Doesn't mean I'm going to stream it this time normally, but it's good to know that it's not a total waste if I do. Jaina! Whee! Man holding a giant carrot, fair enough. Yep. Look at this. Look at my kitty. Oh god, she's going to want to play with the pen.
Alright, let's do another one.
Oh
Enter your
god.
titles.
Good luck with this one. I didn't have time to really write anything in to help. Look at my little kitty. I know she wants things. Look, look, look. Love her. Oh, she's so cute.
Oh. Hurry up, people. Just type
I love
something
her.
in. Here are your choices.
Well, at least you guys got that it was a bike.
Oh.
See, I've drawn a bike once, and I had a reference. This was just me remembering.
Pick an answer. Let's see what people picked.
Jaina is trying to destroy everything.
Oh.
Don't know where you got the bikini from, but okay. Come on, Jaina, get off my keyboard. Good girl. Good girl. Yay! Man with roller skates riding a bike. Roller skates. That's the roller skates. For some reason, I thought it was the blades, like the
Type in a
roller
convincing
skates.
title now.
You saw a progress stick. Fair enough. Look, vehicles are not my thing, and I needed a reference, but I didn't use a reference because otherwise that's not the point of the game.
Oh. Come on. Typing time is almost up. Okay, here are your choices. Oh. Pick
Oh, it was long, but I still tried. See ya.
Okay, who picked what? Oh.
Can't pick them every time. The only problem with having my laptop open at the same time is it makes my face look extra bright. And I don't need that. Oh, I thought for a minute it was that one. I would have been like, ooh. The music seems to be a little bit behind. But oh well. Elevator? Nope.
Put in your titles now.
That one is a tough quote. I don't know what I would do for that one. Even though tablet is great, I think Drawful's better on my computer because it
And here are
doesn't
your
smear when I try to draw.
Oh.
Hmm.
Just pick one. Oh. And here are your picks.
Yeah, I don't know how I would draw that either.
Oh.
Okay. We're getting some very interesting quotes this round, aren't we? Oh, hello.
Let's take a look at our next drawing. Oh. Hurry up, people. Just type something in. And here are your choices. Oh. Just tap any button.
See, the funny thing is, in Australia, that's actually how you
And
spell
here are
mummy,
your
with
picks.
the U-M-M-Y. So it wasn't mommy, it was mummy for me. I don't call her mummy anymore though. Such variety. Yay! I typed that and then it told me you got too close to the real answer or someone has already typed this. So that's what I did.
And now, this drawing. Oh. Quick, type in anything.
Yeah, I think I am going to call it after this one because I'm starting to feel a little bit exhausted.
Okay, here are your choices.
Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm. Hmm. Shh.
Select an answer. Come on.
I'm hungry now.
Okay, who picked what?
Damn it! Oh well. Firebread! I was going to pick that, but then I was like, oh, well, of course you know the answer's there, so. Damn. Oh well. Hey, Zan.
And now, another drawing.
Oh, it did? Oh. It said beard? Oh. Oops. Whoopsie
Come
daisy.
on, typing time is almost up.
Look, you're gonna tell me it's the first time you've read something wrong? Damn. I guess no one would have got it then.
Here are your choices. Oh. Oh, come on, pick one. And here are your picks.
I have no idea. Oh. The music's behind for some reason. But even Drawful doesn't have the accents in it. Oh, hello.
Okay, the next drawing. Hurry up, people! Just type something in.
Oh, dude.
And here are your choices.
You all automatically assume it's Dom. I tried to stream a little bit earlier. See, the thing is, I feel I should go up to my parents' place and at least check in on my dad. Or, you know, make sure that they don't need any
And
assistance.
here are your picks.
Because I know the place is a little bit messy, so they might like a little bit of tidy up help. But at the same time, I don't know. Ah, okay. See, I didn't really pay attention to the colours. Something I should probably do. Damn it! God, I cannot play this today. Okay. Oopsie is the winner. Oh, both of them. We had 2 winners. Yay! Jules Adventures. Okay, so we got most liked and we got 2 winners. That doesn't normally happen. Cool. I think I know who Oopsie is, but I'm not too sure. I feel that it's someone we know, but I didn't think they'd be awake at this time. Yeah. I was like, what am I going to do next? Gallery. Do I really want to have a look at the gallery of pictures? No, I'm exhausted now. I might go downstairs and just relax until Dolan's done with his stream or whatever. But yeah, feel free to join Dolan's. I'm pretty sure Dolan's still streaming. Let me just see a K-Dog's place. Let me just double check first. So if you guys look up Danger Dolan on Twitch, he's playing Final Fantasy XIV online. So if you guys wanted to go watch him, that's totally cool. If you wanted to talk to me as well, I'll be in that chat. Just, you know, hanging, seeing, make sure that he's going good. And again, my face is very bright because of my laptop, thank you. I'll try to keep you guys updated on a potential Patreon stream. Might be the weekend, but I don't know yet. Yeah. I've got to go back to the art screen first, yeah. I can't believe I almost finished this in one stream. Very close, it's only really the hand I've got to do now, but can I be bothered? Not right now. Later. And now it looks like I got my hair tied up. Nope, I'm just being silly. Alright, thank you for being here, much appreciated. I don't normally stream at this time, but at least I know that if I do, that it's not going to be totally lonely for me. I appreciate that. So, stream tomorrow maybe, but I'll try to keep you guys updated. The best way for you to find out is just, you know, keep checking Discord because I'll be there. Alright, I will maybe see you guys tomorrow, if not the next day. Alright, have a nice night, or morning, whatever. I'll see you guys around.